Welcome back, YouTube, to the Missouri Dynasty. We're coming off a heartbreaking loss to Kansas on the road. And this week, in week 3, we look to bounce back against the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns. They visit Columbia, Missouri. On paper, this game should not be close, but we'll have to see how this team rebounds. We have 3 big recruits coming in this week. The first recruit we got is Kyle Tabor. He is the quarterback. I believe he's the quarterback of the future out of St. Louis, Missouri. A dual threat, 6'2", 210 pounds. He is the 16th best quarterback on the board, but he is a 4-star gem, and he has a lot of things that we like. Speed, throw power, decent accuracy on the short and medium. Can't throw the long ball very well. Maybe we can develop that. But this is one of those guys that I think is going to be a major player for us in the future if we can get him going that way. He is looking at Ohio State, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, and Texas, but currently we are number 1 on his board. Next visiting this week, Glenn Weeks, a 6'7" pass protector. He's looking at Iowa and Iowa State who've offered. He's also got Texas and Ohio State on his board. This guy's going to be a monster on that left side, maybe protecting Tabor's blind side one of these days. He's got decent impact and pass block, and he is a pass blocking left tackle. Has a little bit of power as well, and somebody we're looking to sign and get him signed up very quickly. We have a pretty good lead. And then our last one is Elton Latimer, who is a 4-star gem out of St. Louis, Missouri. He is the 3rd best lineman at his position, a top 200 talent. And when you look at his abilities and what he's got, screen enforcer, quick step, great impact blocking, good run block finesse, good pass block power, good pass block finesse, run block. This guy is going to be somebody that develops into being something very special very quickly. These 3 guys are all visiting Columbia, Missouri this week. Louisiana is coming in with a 3-0 record with a win at Eastern Michigan by 18, a win at North Texas by 3, and they defeated FCS Southeast by 1. So on paper, they're 3-0. On the field, they haven't looked that special. We'll look at some of their key players and who we got to focus in on this week. Louisiana has a few players that we need to pay attention to here. Walker Howard, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception, only a 61% completion percentage, so he's not the most accurate, but he does a nice job of dispersing touchdowns. Again, the schedule hasn't been that strong. Rushing the ball, it's all about Bill Davis. He's got 46 carries on the season at a 5.4 average. We have to shut the run game down. 5 touchdowns on the ground so far. Really nice running back here, 82 overall. And then wide receivers, they got 4 of them over 100 yards right now. 3 wide receivers and a tight end. But this guy, Shelton Sampson Jr., the sophomore out of Baton Rouge, 6'4" speedster, 76 overall. They also have a 6'1" speedster, and they each have 5 touchdowns between the 2 of them. So big-time game as far as getting back on track, big-time game as far as having recruits in and just making a good showing against what could be a quality opponent out of Louisiana. Dealing with the Big 12, I wanted to step in here real quick and show you something. The Texas Longhorns are starting the season off 1-2 and fall all the way down to number 16 in the nation. They lose at Vandy by 2, or at home versus Vandy by 2. They go to Ohio State and win by 2 scores. But then Arkansas, who's also on Missouri's schedule at the end of the year, this win could be a much bigger win now if we can handle Arkansas, goes ahead and defeats Texas by 2 at home. So Texas is winless at home. One of the favorites of the Big 12 this year, and they are currently struggling. Now, they have not had a conference game yet, and their next game doesn't get any easier going against Georgia. We are ready for week 3 action. It is Louisiana coming to Columbia, Missouri, and the Tigers get ready to host the Ragin Cajuns in a non-conference matchup. One thing that needs to be mentioned, if we win this game, we can then recruit 3 stars or less out of the state of Louisiana next year. So getting an opportunity to recruit the state of Louisiana would be huge since we already have lost the state of Kansas next season. Look at the Missouri Tigers with the black helmets, the black jerseys, and the white pants. Here come the Ragin Cajuns wearing the red helmets, white jerseys, and red pants. This is a Missouri night game at Faurot Memorial Stadium. And there's a look at Truman the Tiger. He's coming out Missouri defers. We'll kick off to start the game. And we are underway with week 3, Tigers versus Cajuns. This is one of those games where we want to come out and get started right off the get-go and get after them. There's a couple defenders, Jax Harrington and Jordan Lawson. A couple of guys we got to focus in on the defensive end of the football. My keys in there, and let's shut down the run game first. We want to look to shut the run game down first. They go with an immediate screenplay with play action, and it did not work. Again, we're going to come out here and just play maybe a little bit of a soft zone. But again, we are focused in on them handing the football off. And it's a lot of RPOs so far. Getting to the outside, so we're going to cover up and come out and man a little bit. See what this does for us. See how they react. They go with another RPO, and what a play. Walker Howard is coming out here looking real nice so far. See how they handle the blitz. Maybe this Louisiana team has a little bit more of an offensive game than I expected. I know they have not come in against very many strong opponents, but they're running tough here. They get almost another first down out of Zylan Perry. 10-yard gain, just shy of the first down marker. And there's a big sack. Damon Wilson II brings the pressure. Missouri in press coverage. 3rd and 5. And gets it over the head of the backer. The backer had his eyes in the backfield. Took his eyes off the ball just a little bit. And the CPU's picking on the user. So, Louisiana in the red zone. And wide open, and he misses it. Just a wide open man in the corner of the end zone. He misses it. Howard would love to have that one back, I'm sure. Goes to the outside. 3rd and 8. And again, they're picking on the user, and again, it's going to be caught and touchdown Cajuns. So the Cajuns come up to Columbia, Missouri, and don't look like they have any issues against this defense. Missouri may be thinking back to what they did against Kansas and maybe thinking ahead of what's coming up with Kentucky. But remember, we got some recruits here. They are all on the offensive end of the football, so we want to make sure we do a good job on the offensive side. But number one that we got to do this week is make sure we get the win. And currently, we're behind the 8 ball on that. We're going to get our first look at this Missouri offense. Blood back for the return. Catches it about the 1-yard line. Good return up and out to the 18-yard line. I think it's time we get a good, steady look at Ahmad Hardy. Early and often in this one. We may have went to him a little bit too much, a little bit too late last week against Kansas. He does have a risk of injury this week, but he is playing fairly healthy. It's just an increase. So about every other drive, I think we'll give him off this week. And there's Johnson across the middle of the field. Marquise Johnson with his first reception of the game. Good enough for a Missouri first down. Jones in the backfield. Johnson to the left. Looks like they could be in some man coverage. Louisiana is in some man coverage. A big run by Jones to the outside, trying to get to the edge. Louisiana cuts him off, 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Hardy back in the backfield. Norfleet the tight end in the slot. Coleman to the left. Terry in the right. Again, look. Again, they're in man. Again, they're in man. They showed their hand a little bit there. And Norfleet's got it underneath. Stretches for the first down, just short 3rd and inches. Now, Bo Prabilia has not shown anything of substance so far in these first couple of games. It's like, yes, he's going to be the guy long term, which he's a senior, so obviously he's not long term, but just hasn't done anything that's like, yep, he's wowing us to the end of days. But you know who has wowed us to the end of days? Ahmad Hardy. 20 yards on the ground, 2 carries. Jones back in the backfield. Norfleet comes in motion. Defense doesn't shift. Jones to the outside. He gets around that time. Good for an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2. Johnson and Coleman to the left side. Terry all alone. Terry had a big game against Kansas. And there's Hardy on the reception. Gets down there inside the 10-yard line. Just short of goal. First down is still eligible possibility. Roberts in the backfield. Roberts tries to move there, makes a move, gets down to the 5-yard line. A 2nd and 5 situation. The first down is still a possibility, although it would be much easier just to score the football. Ahmed Hardy, again, is broken up. The safety comes down, plays the running back in the backfield, does a nice job. Hardy underneath, Norfleet's there. Across the middle. And the blocking doesn't hold up. And 4th and 7, and Missouri's going to be held to a field goal. Again, the offense just stalls out. Have to put 7 on the board, not 3. But again, they did at least get some points. Tigers kick off again to the Cajuns. Takes a knee for a touchback. Here comes that Missouri defense. The one thing the Cajuns did not do real well with on that first drive was blitzing. They did not handle the blitz extremely well. So we're going to try to give them maybe turn up the heat just a little bit more in this one. And they handled it just fine there. Finds the open receiver about 15 yards down the field. Currently, this Missouri defense is not getting a ton of pressure on the quarterback. Jumps to the ball right there. RPO goes for -2 yards. More of that, more often. Big hit, but it's shaken off by this tight end. It takes so many Missouri Tigers, and none of them can get him down. 5 Tiger jerseys around him, and nobody gets him down. 3rd and 1 situation. Here comes the pressure. There's a handoff, and it's going to be good enough for the first down. Damon Wilson II had the sack earlier. He's down, holding his knee. It's a physical sport. That's how we need to shut the run game down. He's going to hands it off. There's nowhere to go. He's got a foot contusion. He should be back soon. Second and 12 for the Cajuns. Man coverage for the Tigers. And it is complete. 10 yards across the middle of the field. And that's going to take us to the second quarter. It's 7-3 Cajuns. Missouri has not looked sharp defensively in the slightest. Truman Tigers still happy. But you see this, the passing yards. The Cajuns have absolutely killed us through the air in the first quarter. We did shut down the running game, but that's mostly because they didn't have to run. Nice warm night here in Columbia, Missouri. Early in the season still. Big 12 football on the brink. Tigers come in 1-1 on the season, 0-1 in conference. The Ragin Cajuns come in 3-0 on the season. There's a chance to take a shot at the quarterback. We get it done. He holds on to it. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. There's a handoff. Nowhere to go. Will Davis, only 5 yards on the ground thus far. Quarterback tries to scramble, just throws it away. 3rd and 7. Big 3rd down right here. It's going to be a pass play as they go into motion. Could be a swing out to the running back. And Webb blows it up, and there's the sack. And may have taken them out of field goal return, or field goal range. And it is. The Cajuns are going to have to punt. So Tigers stiff it up a little bit there. And a big-time sack. Again, here comes the Missouri Tigers. Jones in the backfield. Terry and Coleman to the right side. Jones goes nowhere. Looks like there's going to be a flag in the backfield. It's going to be holding against the Tigers. Louisiana will accept it, backs him up. Jones in the backfield. Johnson, Manning, Terry, trips right. Jones gets 3 yards back, gets it to 2nd and 12. There's Marquise Johnson, the speedy wide receiver to the right side. He gets a 1st down, fights for more. Down the 23-yard line. Jones in the backfield. Bunch right, Manning in motion. Man coverage again. Maybe that wasn't man. Maybe I'm not a good offensive coordinator. All of these things are possibilities. Okay, Jones in the backfield, Johnson underneath, Norfleet in tight end, Terry and Coleman out wide. Again, there's Johnson underneath, just gets a few yards, 4-yard pickup. Johnson's been the man that Perbulia has looked at a lot tonight. Got Hardy to the left side. 5 wide receivers. And there's Hardy to the outside. He completes it, 1st down. We're going to get Robertson is 3rd down back here for the rest of this drive. And Terry catches it, good enough for a 3-yard completion. So we're starting to see Missouri use all the field, left and right. They haven't gotten very far north and south just yet. There's Roberts at the middle. 4-yard gain, or 1-yard gain. Coleman Jr. to the left, Terry to the right. And they're going to give Coleman Jr. a chance downfield. He's catching it and scored. The Missouri Tigers with a huge touchdown. Coleman Jr. just blows by the defender, 2 hands on the football, and he is gone for 6. It was a nice ball by Perbulia. Gives a chance for his receivers. Man coverage. And you see Coleman Jr. come down with it, and he is gone. That quickly, this game could have just changed. 61-yard bomb by the Tigers. First time Missouri's really tried to stretch the field today. Worked out pretty well there. 92-yard drive, 8 plays. Took over 4 minutes on the clock. Missouri leads 10-7. Kicks off to Louisiana in the 2nd quarter. Cajun offense back out again. First down, 6-yard gain to the outside. First down by the Cajuns with a run to the left. Davis has 12 yards on the game. So that's a 7-yard run. Goes nowhere. 1 yard loss. Nate Johnson with the tackle. 2nd and 11. Bring a little heat. Incomplete pass, and there's a flag. Oh, the pass was completed, but there is a flag. Looks like it's going to be a hold on the Louisiana offensive line. Missouri will accept it. Makes it 2nd and 21. Newsom's right there. Not much of a gain. 3 yards. Goes underneath, and he steps out of bounds. 4th and 14. The Tigers will get the football back. Momentum is big on their side right now before the half. Under 3 to play before the halftime break. Blood gets it back to the middle of the field. 46 seconds before the 2-minute warning. Excuse me, 2-minute timeout. Hands off to Jones. Jones looks around. Jones finds some space. Jones still out there. Put Coleman Jr. in motion. Stays with him. Looks like more man coverage. And there's a big block, and there goes Jones. Heavy dose of Jones. Going to take us to the 2-minute timeout. Currently, Missouri's got a nice little drive going here. Jones back up the middle of the field again. 2nd and 6. We'll get Hardy back in there for a little bit. And there's Roberts down the sideline with the reception. Bo Pabrilla looking much better today than he looked in the first 2 games. Maybe getting more comfortable inside this offense. Coleman Jr. in motion. Good block there. Jones tries to cut a field, can't get anywhere. Timeout, Louisiana. They're going to try to preserve as much time here as possible to get a chance to retaliate before halftime. Missouri does get the football to start the second half. Johnson with a catch underneath on the RPO. Goes nowhere. Again, our red zone offense is kind of stalling out. 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. Coleman Jr. comes in motion. Put Coleman Johnson on, or Coleman Jr. on and out. There's Hardy underneath, gets nowhere. Missouri will have to settle for the field goal. They will let the clock tick down. 10-7 Tigers look to extend their lead to 13-7. 2 times the drive has stalled out inside the 10-yard line. Missouri's got to do a much better job of finding a way with their red zone offense and putting the football in the end zone for 6. You don't want to get down here in the red zone and settle for 3. And coming from the left hash mark, that's not the thing. Bah, words. Oh my goodness. Coach Eli Drinkwitz says after this, he says, go ahead and go for it. Go ahead and go for it. Don't even worry about the field goal. And so the Tigers will oblige him. Back of the end zone, it is picked off. They had everything covered up and it's picked off. So not only did we not get a touchdown, we don't even get a field goal. We get a turnover. And That throw was not a Division I looking throw right there. Gets rolling, rolling, rolling. The defense had them all lined up. 3 yards. The Cajuns have no more timeouts. They snap it, hand off, see if anything can happen here. They do get a first down, but we're going to go to halftime, and the Tigers lead 10-7. And what's been a roller coaster of emotions for the offense. The defense has finally settled in. Only gave up that touchdown on the opening drive. Coleman Jr. 2 times been targeted, 1 catch, 1 touchdown. That 61-yard reception's the difference in this game. Did a great job. Although Perbelia did throw that interception on that 4th down play inside the red zone, he's looked much better, much more comfortable this week. They're going to need him to play big when Big 12 playoff or Big 12 football conference play starts here in just a few weeks. Missouri has 1 more non-conference game this season, and that'll be next week against Kentucky. The Wildcats, a former rival out of the SEC. Remember, Missouri's trying to gain pipeline states for next season. By defeating Louisiana, they can get 3-star recruits out of Louisiana. And by defeating Kentucky next week, they would be able to get 3-star recruits out of Kentucky. The only way to get 4- and 5-star recruits out of a state is you've got to beat a 4- or 5-star team from that state. There's only so many of those teams even available, and so the chances of that happening are much more slim. Oh, and Perbelia just throws it right at him. That is back-to-back interceptions out of Perbelia. And you look over the sideline and you see Sam Horn starting to get loose. Eli's not made the decision yet, but he has looked over at Sam Horn on the sideline and tells him to start getting his arm loose. That was just another poor decision by the senior transfer quarterback. It's going to be a holding call. Releases it. It's going to be a hold against Louisiana. Missouri will accept this, make it 2nd and 21. Penalties have hurt Louisiana. Stalled out a couple drives. And the RPO works, and Louisiana is going to get it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cajuns. And in the second half, here in week 3, with recruits at the stands, the Ragin Cajuns had the lead on the Missouri Tigers. This game is not going anywhere where we thought it was going to go. And Missouri is going to go ahead and turn to Sam Horn for a drive or two. See how things work. Sam Horn, the junior. He's got sleight of hand and step up. He's got decent throw power, 93 throw power. A little bit more accurate, not as mobile. A little more accurate, not as mobile. More of a throwing, pocket passing type quarterback. He was penciled in to be the starter last year for this season, but the transfer of Perbelia came over, and Missouri turns right back to him. And his first play of the game, his first pass, the junior hits Marquise Johnson, who's got 5 receptions, 51 yards, and all of a sudden maybe this is the spark that Missouri needs. Sam Horn looked very nice on that throw, very accurate. Terry to the right, Johnson to the left, Coleman to the left. And there's Terry. Sam Horn comes in and is looking fantastic to start. 43 yards on his first 2 throws. You'd love to see this out of the junior. Finds Johnson underneath again. Sam Horn coming right in here and doing exactly what the Tigers asked him to do. Jones to the outside. Puts a stiff arm up there. Gets a 1 yard loss. Nothing cooking there for him. Coleman Jr. to the left. Johnson to the right. They are in man coverage. Swings it out there to the halfback. 4th and 3. The Tigers elect to go for it. 4th and 3 on their own 25-yard line. And there's Coleman Jr. underneath. It's going to be good for a first down. Sam Horn has looked fantastic on this drive. Throws it underneath. There's Jones. Johnson underneath it, cuts to the corner. Just shy. 4 yards shy of the touchdown and 1 yard shy of the first down. Hardy's back in. Short goal situation. He tries to power forward. Can't quite get there, and Hardy has been hurt. He is an electric running back, but if he can't stay on the field, not much importance out of that. Jones on the counter here. 1st and goal, 1 yard to go. Jones tries to power up. Goes nowhere. 2 yard loss. Sam Horn comes out in the pistol. Coleman Jr. to the left. Johnson, Terry to the right. Northfleet underneath. And there is Johnson. Catches it. Sam Horn takes a shot, but delivers a strike. And just like that, the Tigers are back on top. Marquise Johnson with the touchdown. Ahmed Hardy, abdominal strain. May have to look to shut him down. That's unfortunate because he is the most explosive player on this Missouri team. Well, that was before we put Sam Horn in the game. Maybe Sam Horn is that guy. Led nearly a perfect drive. All right, and the Missouri defense needs to come out here and stop the Cajuns. 3 and out would be huge at this moment in the game. And what a, oh, I thought he brought it in. 4 Missouri defenders around the football, and they nearly made the catch. And they make a throw underneath, and pursuit angles by the Tigers were like middle school football right there. Not good. And again, the Cajuns are just tearing them apart. Missouri defense has not been able to figure out this passing game of the Cajuns. 1st and 10. And there's a deep ball thrown down. And it is complete and down at the 1 yard line. Walker Howard is looking like a prime time player here in Columbia. And that's going to be touchdown, Louisiana. Missouri's in a dogfight with the Cajuns. This defense is going to have to make a stop at some point, or this spells trouble. This would mean no recruiting in the state of Louisiana again next season. Louisiana, you know, is a huge, huge hotbed for recruits. The only state that Missouri is guaranteed to be able to recruit in every season is Missouri. They have gained the pipeline of Illinois to be able to recruit in there next season. That's huge for them. Helps that St. Louis region. But we can't really worry about recruiting next season right now. We got to worry about winning week 3 here with the recruits that are in the stadium to watch the Tigers this week. And there's Jones underneath. And I'm going to go ahead and make the decision to just put Hardy out for today. He's been getting banged up too often, so we're going to go without Hardy for the rest of the game. And we'll look at a third down running backs, our power running backs. And, yeah, there's our third down running backs, which we're going to go to Jones and Roberts and Davis. And then our gadget player, that's fine. We'll use Marquise Johnson. All right, 1st and 10. Good matchups with Johnson and Coleman. There's underneath. There's Jones. Jones had a big game. Jones had a big game for the Tigers. Stepping in and playing a lot more snaps than what he really wanted to play, or was expecting to play. Sorry, you know he wants to play. Brings the safety down the box. And that's going to take it the fourth quarter. And the Louisiana Cajuns have the lead on the Tigers. All 3 Truman Tiger fans. Truman the Tigers' fingers in the air there, representing the 4th quarter. First and 10. It's like a run to the short side. Jones gets up the field, gets no gain, back to the line of scrimmage. Johnson and Coleman to the left side, Jones underneath, Terry to the right. Sam Horn just throws it away. Good decision there. Didn't force anything, just throws it away, but there is a hold on the Tigers. I'm going to back him up to 2nd and 20. Jones underneath with the incomplete pass, 3rd and 20. Now you got to look just to make sure you're getting field goal range. And remember, the Tigers took away that field goal earlier. And maybe would have helped him out now. And there's Coleman Jr. on the outside. And 1st down, Tigers. He's over the 100-yard mark on the day. 3 receptions, 101 yards. Jones up the middle. Tigers down inside the 5-yard line again. 53 yards for the young man. We're going to lean on Jones again here. It's about a half yard, maybe 2. And a little bit late on the RPO there. Wasn't read real well there by Sam Horn. Couldn't get it out. Back of the end zone, nothing going. And Eli says go for it again. The Tigers have struggled in the red zone. And there he is again, and it is picked off by Sam Horn throws it into traffic, and that ball is picked off. Unbelievable what is happening here in Columbia. We're witnessing one of these games that they're going to talk about for many, many years in Louisiana if they can pull it off. First play was a 12-yard RPO. Missouri brought the pressure, and Louisiana just what they've done all game long, casually just thrown down field. So as good as Sam Horn looked, another poor decision. That was a little bit more on the defense, I think, there, though. Defense just made a play. But that's 3 times inside the 5-yard line for 3 points. That is not winning football. That is not winning football. We're going to have to start turning the pressure up a little bit more. 1st and 10. That's 3 first downs on this drive, and this is a killer drive. If they get a touchdown on this drive, this game is more or less over. 4-yard gain to 48 yards last week by Bill Davis. This week he's only got 11. But it has not really mattered. Because the passing game has been just that good. And again, they're shutting down the run. 3rd and 8. Missouri wants that football back. Underneath the first down, and he's brought down shy of the first down. 4th and 1, and Louisiana will punt. Missouri has done a good job of being their own worst enemy today. Sam Horn comes back out again. Coleman Jr. underneath, takes it for 3 yards. Sam Horn didn't see anything down the field that they really liked. Tries to get rid of it. 3rd and 15. Tigers are in trouble. Tigers are in trouble. Throws it deep, and there's Johnson down the middle of the field with a catch. 17-yard reception. He's having a great game today. There's Coleman Jr. in the middle of the field. Tries to cut back against the grain. 1st down. 2 back-to-back big pass plays there by the Tigers. Norfleet underneath, catched it 3 yards. Sam Horn had to scramble a little bit. He's got 186 yards passing so far in this game coming in just in the second half. And there's the man of the day, Johnson to the outside, down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Tigers. Almost down to the 2-minute warning. And there's Jones, nearly there. There comes the quick hurry up. And nothing coming from it. It's going to be a 2-minute timeout. Missouri here now maybe looks to chew some clock. Going to go with the goal line formation. See if their big men can come in there. They definitely have the blocking lead there. And there's Davis for touchdown, Missouri. They're going to take the lead late in the 4th quarter. Just under 2 minutes to play. Gives them a 24-21 lead. The Tigers need to rely on their defense, who in the second half have not played real well. 24-21, 3-point lead. You can almost guarantee that the Louisiana Cajuns are in pass mode now. They've been pretty much all game long, and there it is. He just sails it. That might have been 6. He just sailed it. And a big sack. Third sack of the day. And that's Young. 3rd and 16. It is obvious passing down situations. Ball is up and dropped. It looked like it may have been batted down the line of scrimmage. Not sure what that was. Here comes the Missouri pressure. Here comes the Missouri pressure. The heat's there. It looks like there may be a hold. Louisiana deep down the field. It's complete, but there's a flag on the play. It is a hold against the Cajuns. They had the first down. They had everything they wanted right there on that play, and it came. Wow. They throw it way short of the first down. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Louisiana still has all 3 timeouts. But this game is definitely going Missouri's way now. They're a first down away from this one being over. They're points away from it being over. Sam Horn has had a great second half, minus the one throw at the goal line that was picked off. Eli has been very aggressive on his calling today, more so than usual. And he puts the ball in the air, and there's Coleman Jr. down inside the 1-yard line. And the Missouri Tigers are going to kneel it out, and they are going to get the victory. And they are going to head to 2-1 and a big win, and they can now recruit the state of Louisiana next year up to 3 stars. Well done by the Missouri Tigers to find a way to get this one done, but hats off to the Ragin Cajuns. They came in here and had a heck of a game plan, but the Tigers do go to 2-1 and gain the state of Louisiana. Kevin Coleman Jr., 6 catches, 137 yards, and 1 reception or 1 touchdown. Had some of the biggest catches of the game. Marquise Johnson played extremely well as well with 1 touchdown and a lot of yards. It was kind of the Coleman Jr. and Johnson show. Last week it was Terry, so you like the balance out of the receivers for the Missouri Tigers. Tigers get ready to play Kentucky next week. So a good game there. We'll look at some of the stats. Now we do have a quarterback controversy, I think, here in Columbia right now. 18-22 for Sam Horn, 11-14 for Bo Perbilia. The 2 interceptions, that's 4-5 on the year for Perbilia. Sam Horn looked much more comfortable in this offense, looked better, did a much better job. Rushing the football, Jones, 16 for 60, did enough. Hardy was 5-27. He was electric when he touches the football. He hasn't been able to stay healthy yet. Receiving-wise, Marquise Johnson, 109 yards. Kevin Coleman Jr., 137 yards. Jones out of the backfield, 44. Hardy, 36. He's electric when he's on the field. Again, but Marquise Johnson might have been player of the game there with his 109 yards, but he was just everywhere all day long. Defensively, had a few sacks there for us with Webb and Wilson, and McClellan and Young had a half sack each. A lot of tackles. A lot of tackles out of Tristan Newsom. So, the Missouri Tigers get it done, and they are heading to get ready for Kentucky next week. The recruits are happy. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, like, all that good stuff. We're going to keep bringing this Missouri Tigers dynasty to you all cycle long. Thank you guys so much. Share with a friend, all that stuff. We'll catch you ready for week 4 next.